Hello and welcome to How to Breathe While Wearing a Mask When Exercising. I'm Danny May. This video is from Breath Guidance, so be sure to check out our other series, How to Breathe for COVID-19, and the entire series of How to Breathe While Wearing a Mask. That series will show you how to breathe before you put your mask on, while you're wearing the mask, and when you take it off. This is a particular bonus video from that series of How to Breathe While Wearing a Mask, which will show you how to breathe while wearing a mask and exercising. So, first things first. If you're wearing a mask, you want to be breathing in and out through your nose. A lot of people are finding that as they're wearing the mask, they immediately go into a mouth breathing pattern. Some people feel like this is causing them to feel breathless. They're saying that it's causing them to have brain fog. They feel like they have headaches. They just feel like they can't breathe very well. So they will start to automatically begin and subconsciously begin to breathe with their mouth. Now, there are a lot of studies that show the benefits of nasal breathing versus mouth breathing, but one of the most important things you can do while wearing a mask, whether you're exercising or not, is keep checking in with your breathing pattern. If you're breathing in through your mouth, start to breathe with your nose. That alone will do wonders for you. So really try to check that. Check your breathing pattern and your habits so that this is the main tool that you're using for respiration. Now that you've got your nasal breathing down, you can do a myriad of different breathing techniques. So it depends really on the exercise that you're doing. But for this video, we're going to go over 4 different breathing techniques. So the first one is if your heart rate is kind of elevated, if you're doing something, maybe it is in a hot yoga room, maybe it is like a strong flow or run, or you're lifting a lot of weights, or you're doing something where your heart rate's kind of like, pumping a lot of blood and oxygen to your cells. So you can do what's known as a Bhastrika pattern, but a Bhastrika with Kumbhaka. So Bhastrika means active on the in-breath, active on the exhale. Kumbhaka means breath hold. So we're going to be holding and pausing in between the in and the out breath. This is not going to be 100% Bhastrika. It's going to be about a 50%. And what that means is that you're not trying to get all the air in 100% as you can. You're trying to get about 50% in. And then when you exhale, it's about 50% out. So there's 2 variations of this technique. First one is in, and then you pause, and out, and then you pause. Second variation is in, and then you pause, and then in again, and then you pause, out, and then you pause, and then out again, and then you pause. So the double in breath and the double out breath is when you really are doing a little bit more work. This is a breathing pattern that I particularly use when I'm running, or when I feel breathless, or I feel like I really want to take a deep breath in. I just, and it works wonders. Maybe your heart rate is elevated or your body's working, but you don't need that extra in and out breath, so you just use those, see how they feel. A lot of times, depending on the mask you're wearing and depending on the exercise you're doing, people are feeling like it's like grimy and hot and humid behind their mask or in between their face and their mask. So the pauses take a moment for that internal or that in-between atmosphere to kind of reset. And yeah, I really like that breathing technique. So that's one of my first go-tos. The other breathing technique that you can use if your heart rate maybe isn't as elevated, but you're doing steady work, is a variation of a Vishamavriti, which is a unequal ratio type of breath. There's all different ways you can build this, but for this one, you would be breathing in for 3 seconds. You'll be holding the breath in for 3 seconds, and then you're going to breathe out for 6 seconds. And if you can easily get 6 seconds, try to aim for 9 seconds. So it's either double the inhale or triple the inhale. And then you're going to be holding your breath in suspension, meaning holding the breath out for 3 seconds. So it's in 3, hold in for 3, out for 6 or maybe 9, and hold out for 3. This is all done in and out through the nose, so it looks a little something like in, hold, out, maybe all the way to 9, hold, and then repeat again. That's really great if you're in a yoga class, if you are doing steady work of weights that you know you're really comfortable with, or anything else that you feel very in control of your respiratory rate as well as the work, the exercise that you're doing. Another breathing technique that you can add to your breath technique toolbox is where you're allowing yourself to take a strong, steady inhale. So instead of those quick in breaths and creating any space in between, this is almost 100%. You're like 80, 85, 90, 95% of the breath in. You're gonna pause for just a second, and then and then you'll pause, and then you'll pause. So this is when you need more air, but you're a little bit more focused, a little bit more consistent. And this breathing technique gets you into a really nice rhythm, a really nice flow. For those of you who get into a steady flow state, I like to use that breathing technique when I'm doing climbing, rock climbing, and especially if I'm doing a really long route. I can just get a lot of air in, I can pause for a moment, I can get half of it out, pause for a moment, empty the remaining half out, pause for a moment, and that really works wonders for me. All right. The last breathing technique is one that you'll probably use the least amount, and you will probably only use if you're more of an advanced practitioner, and it's a Kapalabhati breath. This Kapalabhati breath is an active exhale and a passive inhalation. So that means that the inhalation is a rebound from a relaxation of your abdominal muscles, which the engagement of the abdominal muscles activates the active exhale. So it looks a little something like this. So I don't know if you can hear the in-breath, but I'm not pulling it in. I'm just relaxing and the air is automatically rebounding in. This is a breathing technique I use sparingly, and I only use it when I feel like I need a serious pick-me-up. I need to just kind of get the engine going. I need to get the fire burning. I need to get some extra CO2 out and focus a little more. So you can do that pretty quick. Some people, it doesn't work very well for them. So again, experiment with that. But if you feel dizzy, lightheaded, like you're gonna pass out, some people like that feeling. So sometimes if it feels like it's too good to be true, you wanna go ahead and don't use that breathing technique and just return to a natural nasal breath in and out. I hope that these breathing techniques have assisted you, that you will experiment with them and play with them and see what works well for you during which exercises while you're wearing a mask, or maybe not even wearing one. But please, if you like this video, click the like button, and even more so if you want me to make more of them and you really appreciate them and the benefits of breath, please hit the subscribe button. You can also check out a lot more of breathing classes and even breath trainings at breathguidance.com. And if you have any questions, pop in the comments below and I will do my best to assist you. I'm Danny May. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.